Hello, beautiful friends. How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody had an amazing weekend. Did you celebrate Cinco de Mayo? Have some Mexican food? I actually did. Somebody at my husband's work, his wife actually, she makes homemade tamales and they are excellent. They were so good. And if you're new today, here on the channel, I'm just an older gal with dry, mature skin that loves to review makeup and skincare. So if that sounds like something you might enjoy, I would love to have you back. And please consider hitting that subscribe and notification bell. So today I am super excited though. I do have a lot of new makeup. A lot of this makeup is viral, so I do want to try it out. A few of them I have already tried out, but I do want to share it with you. So if that sounds like something you might enjoy, please stick around because we're about to get into all that right now. Okay, so hopefully the lighting is going to be okay. I do have a new setup going on down here. Nothing new with the lighting or anything. It's just the way where my camera is and everything. I had to move the lighting a little bit, so hopefully it's going to be okay. I don't know. Hopefully I don't look too yellow, too light. It's really hard for me to tell. So yeah, let's talk about all this new makeup that I got. As I mentioned before, when the channel does okay, during one of the months, and I do get a little commission from or paid actually from YouTube. I actually put it back into the channel. So I know times are very hard right now. Everything that I show, I'm just showing because I just want to share makeup with you. That's the only reason. It's not to push makeup on you whatsoever, because I know it's really bad out there. Trust me, if I didn't have a channel and was making this extra money, I wouldn't be buying all this makeup as well. So I just want to put that out there. So I just love trying out makeup. I love putting it to the test. I love seeing if the claims are true. So that's all I'm doing here, just having a good time. So do not ever feel pressured to go out and buy any new makeup because I guarantee all of us have more than enough. So let's start with some skincare first because I did get something new. I have tried these already, and they are so cool. So it's called, I think, a beauty. I don't know. You guys know how I am. This is what it's called here. I am the worst with pronouncing names. So what it comes with is this cool little, I don't know, like applicator, or I actually haven't used this yet. But it's like a little roller. So I guess if you had a cream product, you could take out the cream, for your under eyes. This is for your under eyes, by the way. And it's super cooling. Like right now, it is really a cold. So, and on the other end is like a little ball. So what I'm going to do, and I'm going to show you the whole system in just a second, but right now I'm going to use a Delba. It's not D'Alba, it's Delba. This is like a balm that I do put under my eyes. It does have, it's called a double serum, all-in-one, a multi balm. So I just like using this mostly under my eyes. It has like that bright white truffle in there. So that's what it looks like. And the white truffle is actually from Italy. So yeah, this is a Korean brand. And I'm telling you, a lot of Korean products are absolutely beautiful on the skin. The skincare is amazing. So anyway, what I'm going to do is just kind of rub that in. Ooh, is that a soothing with this little applicator here. Now, I got this little system. I saw it on Amazon because what I was looking for was like reusable eye masks because, it becomes expensive when my hair is just a disheveled mess today. Um, yeah, when you use masks, yeah, they're just a one-time hit and that's it. And we're just kind of throwing them away. So I wanted something reusable. So it comes with these here. And I have already used these, and these are really nice. So it comes with 4. So what you do is just take them off. And I'm telling you, once you apply these, they do not move. Now, I put mine on backwards. I know I'm going to get a lot of, I'm going to get a lot of, you have them on the wrong eye. No, I always apply them like this because I'm aiming more towards right here because this is where it's super dry. So, but as you will see, once you apply these, they do not move. I mean, they really do not move. And if they start losing like that stickiness on the other side, what you do is just kind of rinse them off and let them air dry, and they will work just fine. And then what they do, what you can do with these ones here is like put these down the smile line. Now, I would do that if I wasn't filming, but I am filming and they probably would move. I don't know, maybe they wouldn't. So, but as you can see, they are not slipping, nothing. So what I'm going to do is just keep them here just for a minute, just so we can see. if they do start moving around. And I did get a new palette, and it's by Lamora. I love this brand so far. They do great dupe palettes. To the Natasha Denona, I need a new palette. And if you haven't seen that, I will place that somewhere up here because it really is a good dupe. Now, I don't think this is a dupe to anything, so I just purchased it because, again, I really do love their formula. And they also have a dupe, I believe it's to her Glam palette. So this one I don't think is a dupe palette to anything. It's just an all matte palette. But again, I love the formula. So, and matte, all matte look right now is really in. So I just thought this would be fun, and we'll give it a try and see how this formula is. So yeah, as you can see, these really have not budged the whole time. So what I'm going to use to prime my eyes is this here by Ultra Ego. Now this is a really nice primer, but it really doesn't conceal any of the veins or darkness on the lids. It's just a nice primer. So I probably will end up taking these off right here because I think they're going to get in the way. So, but as you can see, it really doesn't conceal anything, maybe just slightly, but it does really work well with eyeshadows. Okay, the lids are all primed, and obviously I did remove my eye mask, not because they were slipping, but because they were going to get in my way. But I will say those eye masks are really nice. This is like the third time that I've used them, and they have not lost their grip whatsoever. So I really do enjoy those reusable eye masks. Okay, another story. This is going to be my second attempt on this eye look. I was completely done with this eye here and realized I was not filming. So let's try this again. So what I did was start with this shade here, and I think I'm actually going to do a different look because it probably worked out best because I did not like the look that I was doing the first time. So I'm just going to apply that all over the lid, just kind of like as a base between the primer and the eyeshadow. I do this a lot if I'm using a newer palette, if I don't know the formula a lot. It's kind of like a little cheater because it adds, like I said, like a barrier. So if I don't know the formula, sometimes, the shadows can really grip onto a primer. So I'm just kind of cheating a little bit. Okay, so that it looks really good. And then what I think I'm going to do now is lay actually this shade right here, the lightest shade in the palette. I originally went with the shade, the sage shade right here, but it just was not showing up in the inner corner. So yeah, I don't know if that shade is just too light, or I don't know. I think if I would blend it out a little bit, all over the lid, I would get a better payoff. But yeah, it just wasn't doing anything. Yeah, this is getting more of a color payoff because I do want this inner corner a little lighter. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is go into this beautiful brown shade right here. I love that richness to that shade. It's just like that perfect brown. It's really hard for me to find perfect browns. I don't know if you guys are like that, but a palette will have all these neutral shades in it, and you just can never find that perfect brown that you're looking for. Where this one, it's pretty darn close to what I am looking for. So, but as you can see, how easily these shades blend in. I'm telling you, Lamora palettes are fab. If you are in the market for a new palette, don't spend tons of money because these are really nice. I think this one was like, I don't know, I don't even think it was $10. Okay, so then I went in with my Laura Geller brush, and then I went into this shade right here. So it's just a lighter, a brown, and I just placed that on this brush here, Laura Geller, and it's really fluffy. There's no number or anything to it. It came in like a kit. I just went above that and really diffused that line, and that looks really good. As you can see how quickly these blend in. And then what I did was I went into this gorgeous shade right here. Yeah, it is so pretty, and I can't explain, maybe a seafoam is the shade of this, and you will see how beautiful and pigmented it is. And it blends out. I mean, look how quickly, for being that pigmented, look how quickly that is blending out. Yeah, these just blend out like a dream. That is so pretty. I just love the seafoam shade. That is like the perfect name for it because that is what it looks like. So yeah, it's super, super pretty. And then this shade, I could not tell what shade this is. I was like, is that a deep green or a black? and I swatched it and I still couldn't tell. And maybe you will be able to tell, but I really can't because as you can see, the more I blend it, it almost turns green, but it's super dark. I don't know. It's very, very hard to tell. I'm going to say it's a deep a green. Let me know in the comments what you think. But honestly, I think that is going to be it with this eye look. So what I'll do is the other eye, I'll come back because we do have a lot of products to go through, and I'll come back and do the eyeliner. Okay, I was debating if I was going to use liquid eyeliner or one of these eyeshadows, and I think I'm just going to use one of the eyeshadows, but I am still going to use a tape, and I get this cute little tape dispenser off Amazon. I just absolutely love it. So I'm just going to place that on like on the lower lash line or aim it that way and then kind of aim it towards my temple. Okay, so what I think I'm going to try is this shade right here. We're going to find out if it looks black or green. I'm just so curious about that shade. And what I'm going to use is like a little flat a brush here. So I'm just going to place a little bit on the tip there. And I'm going to put it along the lash line, really close to the lash line. And now I'm just going to take this and kind of sweep it onto the tape, and that's going to create a sharp edge. So I don't have to be super precise when I use eyeshadow because you don't have to be. It can be very messy. So hopefully that's going to work out and hopefully it's going to be rich enough. So this is just going to be very light. You can also wet your brush just to make it a little bit more vibrant. But again, I just wanted something a little softer. So let's see how this looks and if we can even tell a difference. So yeah, it just created just a little bit of richness to the sides here. Okay, so let's get into more products here. Now, I didn't get a new mascara, but I do want to try out a mascara again. I had tried it and I didn't really care for it, but then I seen Allie Glines review it and she just absolutely loved it. So, but she has great lashes, so I think that has a lot to do with it. And it is hopefully I can find it in this mess, the L'Oreal, and it's the Panorama. So I've been, dying to try this again because I just kind of threw it in my drawer and I'm like, I just didn't care for it. Let's try this again and see how well I like it. So far, not too shabby. Um, yeah, I mean, maybe because it's been open for a little bit, I'm getting a better outcome. It seems to be separating the lashes really well. I don't feel like it's clumping or anything like that. So, again, not too shabby. Okay, so I think another problem that I had with this is I make a huge mess on my lids and everywhere with mascara. So if it doesn't flick away really easy, if I go to remove it and it just kind of smears across my lid, that is, a deal breaker with me. I want mine to be able just to flick away and not ruin all the eyeshadow that I just applied and create a mess. So hopefully that is not the case. So what I'm going to do is two coats. I'll come back and we'll see what it looks like then and if it easily removes. Okay, so that's two coats of the mascara, and I'm so happy that I brought that back out. See, first impressions aren't always the best, but let's see how easy it does flick away. That's going to be the deal breaker, but I am so happy that I did see Allie Glines talking about it because I don't know if I would have brought that back out. So I do have some mess up here, so let's see if it does flick away easily. It's not smearing, so that's a good thing, but it's not flicking away a super easy. And it's been on for a few minutes. So, yeah, you know what? There's areas that it is flicking away easy, but it's not smearing. So I'm super happy about that. but I really do like how it created some length, some volume, really separated the lashes. So yeah, this time around is a lot better for sure. So I will be bringing this back out for sure. Okay, so let's get into the complexion products. I am so excited about this part. You guys know how I love my complexion products. I'm not going to use any primer. The only thing that I used, I think I used my e.l.f. Woe Glow sunscreen, so that's the only primer. I'm not going to even use any pore filler because I really want you guys to see how beautiful this foundation is because I have already tried it on my TikTok. So, and it's by a Turtur. This is all over their internet. You know, it's gone viral. So it looks like this. And the reason why I have two is because I ordered the tester originally. I just wanted to see if I was going to like it. Well, I absolutely loved it. So I went back and I got the full size. And I just looked today on Amazon. It's on sale. I think it's 30% off. Let me see. It's regularly this size, $25. And it has a 30% coupon. So yeah, it's on sale. Now, the only thing is there's only 9 shades available right now, but I did hear from Kelly Strack that they're going to be adding, there's going to be like 30 shades. I think that's what I heard her say. So that is super exciting in June. So let me tell you a little bit about this. It does say it's a cushion foundation. It's Japan's #1 choice for glass skin, long-lasting, lightweight, buildable coverage, semi-matte finish. So let me tell you how full coverage this can be. Well, you're going to see. So I actually got 2 different shades. So we're going to try both of those. This one here is a 23N sand, and this one here is 24N latte. So let's see which is better for my skin tone right now. So this is the packaging here. Isn't that beautiful? I absolutely loved it. And then you open it up. There is a mirror and there is a little applicator that comes with it. And honestly, this is the best way to apply it is with this applicator. And then you open it here and this is what the foundation looks like itself. So as you can see, it's like really a cushiony. Yeah, very interesting. So let's see this shade. And as you can see how little of product I have on here. Now watch this. I mean, this would literally cover almost half of my face, just that little tap. But that is the shade. As you can see, it's pretty darn close. But let's get into this shade because I have not tried this one out. And oh my gosh, look at the difference in the size though. Just so you know, this is the tester. Actually, this would be great for traveling and this is the full size. So you get quite a bit of product. This will last a lifetime because honestly, you do not need a lot of product. So let's see. Ooh, this one, I love how easy this stuff is to open. How nice is that? And then also, oh, you know what I just noticed? You can buy a refills. So this opens right here and then you just replace it with the refill. Ooh, how nice is that? Okay, so let's see this shade. Again, I'm just going to tap it. So that's all I have on this sponge. And let's see oh my gosh, I'm telling you, this is so full of coverage. So let's see what shade is better. I mean, that is almost spot on. Where this is going to be probably more my summer shade, I would say it's a little bit more leaning on the yellow side. So let's kind of play around with both. So I'm going to go back into this one here and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go 1, 2. So that's all that's on this sponge. Now watch this. I mean, look at the coverage and it's so hydrating. It's not drying whatsoever. It looks so nice on mature skin. Oh, I'm telling you, this is amazing. I cannot even tell you how much I love this foundation. I think the other day I even went under my eyes and it looked actually really good because it is so hydrating. You can do that. So basically that little bit pretty much did my full face. I probably would need just a little bit more up here on the forehead, but maybe not. Let's just try to work it out. So Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? So let me just go over it with this shade just to see if it does anything. If it makes it like the perfect shade, I'm just doing very lightly. Yeah, no, it just turns it too yellow. Again, I think for my summer shade, it might work. So I'm just going to, with the clean side, just really press that in. But absolutely gorgeous. Now, the only thing is with this little one is a little hard to work with, but again, I'm just going to tap it 2 times. Tap, tap, tap. That's what they do. And I love that little sound that they do on the TikToks and over on Instagram and all that. Now, if you feel like you applied a little bit too much, you can go in with a sponge and just kind of pick up any extra product. So let me come closer so you can take a look at this foundation. So what do you guys think? Is that not beautiful? I love the finish of it, and it is still drying down. It is a little tacky still right now, but I will say it just looks almost airbrushed on my skin. I hope you guys can see how pretty that is. I can see why it went viral. I'm going to try to do some kind of wear test. Now it is a little bit later in the day. Hopefully I will make it to like midnight because right now I think the time I finish up here, it's going to be around 5 o'clock. So hopefully, we can get, 5, 6 hours just so you guys know. And I'll place that somewhere here because I don't want this video being, super long. So I'll just place it right here, what it looks like. And that way you guys can see the difference. So this is right now. And we'll put the side by side here. Okay, so like I mentioned, you could honestly use it as a concealer. And let me just show you that instead of even using a concealer today. I don't even think I'm going to add any at this point. And see if we can put that under the eyes because it is so full coverage and hydrating. I feel like I'm able to do that. See the difference? I mean, look at that. So I'm just going to grab a little bit more. I mean, you got to be so careful. And then I am going to take my finger and just melt that in. What do you think? Not too bad. Okay, so I did get this by NYX. This is new to me. It's not new to the market. And I got mine in Universal, what is this? Universal Light. And I guess one end is their contour stick or a bronzer, and the other end is like a highlighter. So I've been seeing this for the longest time, and I just didn't get it because I'm like, I have enough, bronzers and all that. But I don't know. I just really wanted to give it a try. Okay, so that's the shade right here. That looks like a nice, a cool tone shade. So I'm just going to place that directly on the skin and I'm going to see how easy it is to blend out before I continue on with the rest of my face. And actually that blended out really easily. It almost felt like it was a little drier of a formula, so I was a little nervous it was not going to blend out, but I'm still going to work in increments here just to make sure that it doesn't dry too fast. But as of right now, I love that shade. I can see why that went so viral. I really like this. So let's see if it does dry down really fast. And ooh, that is like the perfect shade for my skin tone. So if you're close to my skin tone and was looking into that product, this is absolutely a perfect. I just love what like a contour or a bronze does to the face. As you can see, it's totally transforming my face. It just was looking kind of lifeless. It was looking very round. Now it's getting some form, getting some color. So honestly, like I mentioned in one of my other videos, bronzers have really become one of my favorite products for makeup, especially for complexion. And whatever's left on this little brush, I'm going to go on the side of my nose here. I love this new little setup because there's mirrors on the side here. I'll place a video of what I'm actually using right now. I found it on Sam's Club and I absolutely love it. It is really, really neat. So Yeah, again, I'll place that video here. If you are looking into a new mirror, especially if you are a creator, this is absolutely perfect. Okay, we'll get back into that highlighter in just a second. So what I think I'm going to do now is set the skin or set the face with some powder, but I'm only going to do one side. I like doing that during my wear test just to see if there is a difference. So what I'm going to use is my powder by Moira, and this is just an translucent, I believe. Yeah, translucent. So this is a very nice powder. I absolutely love it. Now, here's the thing. The brushes are connected to this little system I have here. So I am, and so is my phone. So yeah, that may have got some movement there, but yeah, what can you do? You know, you try your best, but you know how I'm always losing my brushes. So this way they are right in front of me and I cannot lose my brushes. If I lose them, something is definitely wrong with me. Okay, so I just placed a little bit of powder and I am going to go over the right side. So hopefully I will remember what side I placed the powder. Yeah, it is a very nice powder. Okay, so that is all set, and I did get some new blushes, and I'm so excited to try these out because these are going to be viral for sure. Because if you have the bronzer, and it's by NYX, and this is the Buttermelt bronzer, they now have blushes. I mean, how beautiful. I love the packaging. Absolutely love the packaging. So I got 3 different shades because I couldn't decide. And they're actually pretty affordable. They're only $10 each, which I thought was really good, especially for NYX because their prices can get up there. So this one here, this is called a Butter. I love the names of these. So the only thing is sometimes it's a little hard to open, but let's swatch these. So this is this shade here. Ooh, that's a really pretty like pink coral, a shade. Oh, I love that. And it almost looks like there's a little of a shimmer in there. Hopefully you guys will be able to pick that up. And then this one is called, what is this one? For the Butter. And this one looks like a mauve shade from not opening it. There we go. So that is that shade here. Ooh, that is really pretty. So I'm just going to place that right there, and that is that a beautiful shade. These seem very pigmented. Wow. I mean, I'm hardly, swirling into there, and these, yeah, seem very pigmented. And this is called Asuna the Butter. This is the shade here. So that looks like a pumpkin orange. So I don't know about this one. And it is. I mean, check that out. That is so cool. Okay, so let's try all 3 shades. I have an idea. I've been seeing a lot of people do this. They make only with like their liquid blushes. They make it look almost ombre. So we're gonna try it. And I did get a new brush. This is actually the brush for these blushes. So, oh, it's really pretty. And it looks like this. So it's very similar to the packaging. This packaging, yeah, isn't that neat? I love that. So what I think I'm going to do is start with the deepest shade up towards the temple, which is this shade here. And I'm just going to do just like that. That's all I put on here. And let's see how, oh, mm, oh no, oh no. Let's see how well it blends in. Oh my, yeah, very pigmented. I should have known better. Wow. But it does blend in rather quickly, but I'm definitely going to have to do something here. I'm looking, frantically for something to kind of blend that in because I didn't use a foundation brush. So I'm just going to have to deal with it, I think. So, wow. Very pigmented. Be very careful if you get these. Okay, so now let's go into this shade here. This is super pretty, so I'm just going to go one time, just like that, and go more towards the front. Oh my gosh, these are just way too pigmented. I don't know about these. I am looking insane. Okay, but they do blend out beautifully. Maybe if I go over it with a little bit of the powder, that will calm that down. Yeah, that helped out a lot. Okay, so let's go into this last one here. This more like pumpkin shade here. Again, I mean, that's all I'm doing. That's it. That's it. Maybe now I'll just place a little bit on my wrist and go more towards the front. Again, just making like a little ombre look. Ooh, I will say, I'm hoping you can see this. There is like a glow or a shimmer, very similar to like Milani's baked blushes, how you just get that a glow. So, but it is very pretty. Ooh, I love these. If they weren't so pigmented, you just got to be so careful. So again, what I'm going to do is just one tap, go on my wrist. And now let's see if that makes a difference on this side. Yes. Okay. So one tap, tap your wrist, and then go into your cheek. So yeah, much better. So much better. All right, so let's go into this shade again. I'm going to clean up my brush, tap once, just tap on the back of my wrist, and go in. Oh, that makes a world of difference. Oh, hopefully, if you were thinking about getting these or have them and haven't used them yet, I just saved you from looking like this. Okay, let's go into the pumpkin shade. One time, tap, tap on the back of my wrist, and just go in the front here. I think I'm seeing most of the shimmer or glow coming from this shade here. So what I think I'm going to do is try to fix this up a little bit. I'll come back and we'll move on with the rest of the products. Let's get back into the palette, and I think I'm just going to do something very soft. I've been liking that lately. I think more towards summer, I'm just going to do more softer looks. But with the under eye, I don't want anything too drastic. So what I did was just go into that first deep rich brown shade, the one that I used in my crease. And I'm just going to place a little bit on the outer corner here. And that's all I'm going to do because I do want to use that highlighter just on the inner corner. And I'm going to place a little bit on the high points of my cheek, just a little bit because that, like I said, that blush, there is like a little bit of a glow to it. So that's all I'm going to do on my lower lash line. Let's go back into the NYX again into this highlighter the wrong side. So the highlighter looks like this. It looks very pretty. Ooh, I love that. So I'm going to have to be very careful because it is a little wider. And again, I just wanted to place a little bit here on that inner corner just to kind of brighten that up. I'm not putting it on the lid, just on, yeah, it's a little hard to use in the inner corner. So what would probably be best in that situation is go in with a brush and just kind of do that, grab a little bit on the brush, and then go into that inner corner where you're wanting to place that. And that way you're just a little bit more precise with that. So, ooh, that looks really pretty. I love that. Okay, so I'm trying to debate how I want to apply this again with this light on my high point of my ooh, that is super pigmented. So let's just see what it looks like. Ooh, okay, so let me take my sponge and see if that will really melt that into my cheek. And yes, it does. Oh, this is really pigmented and nice. I'm so happy I purchased this, and I actually found mine on Amazon, and I'm telling you, it was a lot cheaper than it would be in the stores. And I'm also just going to place a little bit here on the nose and a little bit on my cupid's bow and blend that in. Okay, so all we have left is the lipstick, and what I brought down is this one here by e.l.f. And it's in the shade Dirty Talk. So the shade looks like this here, and I thought I had brought down, oh, I did. I placed it up here, a lip liner, and it's by Milani. Nude Entrance. So it looks like this, and I need a new one because it's almost gone. So I love Milani's lip liners. These are very nice, creamy, long lasting. Yeah, this one's almost gone. As I'm looking in the mirror with this foundation, you got to be very careful. Around my mouth, it does look a little cakey to me, and it could be I applied way too much there. I did, put a pretty big layer there. So I think if I was to use this again, I would be very careful around my mouth, only again because it looks just a little cakey. But once I use some setting spray, that might change. So I'll let you know in just a minute. But that is the lip liner. And again, this is by e.l.f. And I love this lipstick. A lot of people don't like it, but I actually really do. I think it's very long lasting. I find it very comfortable on the lip. It's not super creamy, but I love the shade. And again, it's just very long lasting. And I love the packaging because it has that magnetic closure there. Okay, so the only thing I have left is, yes, I do want to set this side of my face with the setting spray. Again, I'm going to leave this side alone, and I have to find my fan. Hold on. Okay, I got my handy dandy Dollar Tree fan here, and the setting spray that I'm going to use is my one by Fab Lux. I love this. This is an amazing setting spray. Again, I love my setting sprays, and I'll tell you why in just a second, but let me set this side. And I do take a sponge and I do press that into the skin. And the reason why I love setting sprays is because in this situation right here around the mouth where it does look a little cakey, this is going to help that situation. It just kind of melts everything into the skin just a little further. And also it does help with your makeup to last a little longer. So I am going to use a setting spray under both of the eyes though, because this might crease under the eye and I didn't use any powders there. So I'm just going to really melt that and then take the setting spray, and that's how I'm going to set my under eye. And I do that a lot. I rarely use any powders under the eye. It just depends on the product. Okay, so that is the final look for today. I am super happy with everything. But that is the eye look. I really am liking this matte look. I never thought in a million years I would love an all matte eyeshadow look. But let's run through the products really quick. My hair, yeah, it's just a hot mess today. Okay, the products, of course, I really do so far love that foundation. Yeah, now that I put the setting spray there, it really did smooth this side out. I can really tell a difference. Yeah, I'm telling you, it makes a world of difference. I love the eyeshadow. I'm so happy that I brought that mascara out because I really feel like my eyes, those almost look falsies. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed. Thank you, Alec Lines, for bringing that out again and, saying how much you loved it because it really made me bring mine out. And I love those blushes, but they are pigmented. You got to be so careful, but they are really cute shades. And I really do like them once they blend it out. I'm super happy with this. I'm actually a little surprised. I honestly did not think I was going to like it. That's why I didn't purchase it because these always just look so dry to me, but they're not. They actually, you've seen how quickly they blend out. So I'm super happy with that purchase. What else did I get that I is new? I think that is it. Again, this is the final look. If you have any of these products, please let me know what you think about them, especially this this foundation here. Let me know what you think about it because as of right now, I'm telling you, it is such a beautiful foundation. But I will be putting, maybe something up in natural lighting so you guys can see that, and I'll place that right here. And yeah, I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on all the products that you've seen today. Again, if you own any of them, let me know what you think about them. Yeah, that's the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed. And if you do me a huge favor and hit that like button, it truly does help me out and I really do appreciate it. And also, if you want to share this video, that really helps me out too. I think with summer being here, everybody's views are going way down. And yeah, it's just something we have to, skate through until things slow down with summer. All right, you guys, I can't wait to see you again. I love you so much. And until next time.